Hey guys, and we're about to blast off the fun with the Autobot Astro patrolling the latest GotBot True review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course subscribe, and while you're at it, that's right, hit the notification bell. It lets you know every time there is new content of any sort going up. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers Collectors NL, and me everywhere across social media. And this is the Astro Patrol Autobots, I believe. And here's the thing, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. In fact, one, kind of, maybe two, sort of, got updated. And it's a bit of a confusing story. I'll explain what I mean when we head over to the table and take a closer look at these guys. And nothing says space like a shuttle launch truck, a radar truck, and a shuttle. I don't know. I'm not even sure it's called a shuttle launch truck. I'm sure that it has a proper name. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just like a shuttle truck or a rocket truck or something like that. I don't know. Nevertheless, as I previously stated, only one of these members has really had an update. Well, technically two, but it's sort of convoluted and confused. Oh, you'll see what I mean as we get into it. Nevertheless, let's start things off with our little rocket truck lad first. Or lads, as the case may be. And around this time, the people who come up with the names of characters, I think we're starting to kind of hit the bottom of the barrel. First things first, we have the leader of the group here, that being Missile Master, and, yeah, that's right, Missile Master is the leader of the group, I guess because he's the master of this missile, I don't know. And he is teamed up with the mellow space cadet of the bunch, that being Moonrock. It's just named Moonrock. Moonrock would, like, probably hang out with Beachcomber. Like, he's that sort of a guy, you know, he doesn't like to be in battle and stuff. He just, man, life's just good, man. Just sit back, just relax. It's all good. That being said, Missile Master does question his leadership skills, you know, a fair amount. Very, you know, it's very Rodimus Prime-esque. And so, to deal with these guys, we split them apart, as you would probably expect. And in terms of Moonrock up front here, we just flip the legs down, stand Moonrock up, and bring the little arms out. Moonrock is done because, you know, life is easy, man. In terms of Missile Master here, we flip, there we go, those legs down, and bring the arms out, same thing. In terms of the missile on the back, you can take it off, you can leave it on, you can turn it down, whatever suits your fancy. Well, maybe the next team members are a little more high energy, that of course being Barrage and Heave. I also love the name Barrage. Heave, we use it here colloquially, just as like, you know, heave that aboard the truck. That's something we would say. I'm saying, because you probably couldn't pick out the words that were coming out of my mouth with my accent, heave that aboard the truck means place that aboard the pickup truck. Usually pickup truck. It's to put something aboard something, right? That's what heave means, to throw it aboard something. Are they more exciting though? Really? Are they? Well, we're about to find out. Barrage likes to go like full bore into battle. He likes to run in. He's the, you know, the tough guy of the team. As where his partner, Heave, is much more mild-mannered and like, I don't need to get involved in this. I'm okay. It's all right. He's not like a space case, so to speak, like Moonrock. He's just more passive. So this is kind of like, you know, the odd couple of this Micromaster team, you know? Opposites attract? I don't know. Nevertheless, these guys, as is usually the case, split apart. Bet you saw that coming. The transformation for Barrage is flip down those legs, pull out those arms and we're done. Stands super duper well. For the partner here, flip down the legs. Again, bring out the arms. I don't know, I guess we'll leave that on the back like that. And also stands super duper well. I like these guys. I do. Again, they're simple. They're not interesting, but they're fine. They're functional. They have your typical articulation. This is another one of those examples of it's very good at being very average, which brings us to the most confusing duo of this group of 6. And of course, we need to talk about Phaser and Blastmaster. The front end is Phaser. Phaser is the second in command of the group, and very by the book. If you know like Ultra Magnus from Transformers Prime, Phaser, very similar. His partner, the back half of this shuttle, Blastmaster, is like young, he's enthusiastic, give me orders, I can do it, but he also tends to mess things up because he's a little too over-enthusiastic. Now I said that one of the 6 characters had an update. Well, technically it was 2, but in all likelihood, most people probably only have 1 of the updates. You'll see what I mean. It looks like a shuttle. It looks like a shuttle, and that's great, I guess. Okay, so we're going to split these apart. No, I'll save it for after. We're going to split these apart, and we have a front half, we have a back half. In terms of the front half, that would be Phaser, that second in command that I talked about. And how do we do the conversion for Phaser? We flip up the nose cone section, and we flip down the legs and bring the arms forward. The legs have like a forward knee bend. It's weird. But there you go. Now, Phaser is one of the characters who technically had an update. If you know the Generations Swerve figure, it came, at least in North America, with Flanker. And Flanker was a little Target Master plain dude who was actually an update to the Micromaster Sky High from the Air Patrol, the Autobot Air Patrol. Well, in Japan they took a little bit of a different route. The Legends Swerve came with a little Target Master guy, and he was with Tailgate and Ground Pounder, Ground Shaker, I think it was. Anyway, in Japan, instead of Flanker and an update to Sky High, we actually had an update and a recolor of that Flanker mold in order to more resemble Phaser here. That updated Flanker mold, it did have like a red body, and it had like blue thighs, just like this guy's blue thighs. The wings, it had wings because it was a full shuttle. The wings and whatnot had the black line like they do back here, like it was, you know, the shuttle mode looked like this shuttle mode. The robot mode looked like the Phaser robot mode. So if you live in Japan or you ordered the Transformers Legends iteration of Swerve and got the little guy, then you really have an updated version of Phaser. So I know, that's a little bit of a mouthful. Then we come to his partner. And his partner, right here, we straighten out the legs, we put back those arms, or those wings, we bring out his arms, and his head flips up from there to right there. And the enthusiastic young lad does indeed also have backwards knees, but he's a lot bigger than Phaser. Like, a lot bigger than Phaser. But he also represents the character that most people probably have as an update. And you probably didn't even know you had the update. As mentioned, in Japan, we had a recolor of the little Flanker Target Master that came with Swerve. It was recolored to be Phaser. Well, in North America, and maybe Japan, but I know definitely in North America, we had the enthusiastic Blastmaster get an update. And who was the update, you may ask? It was this guy. A little shuttle that's not quite like that shuttle. We'd really sort of need a black edge around it. This is the little Target Master Payload. And Payload came with Generations Cosmos. Not the Titans Return Cosmos, Generations Cosmos. And this mold was reused as Cybacks in the Computron set, for example, and probably a couple of other times. But Payload, who came with Cosmos, is an updated version, apparently, of Blastmaster. So this is why I say one member of the team was updated. If you live in Japan, more than likely, the member that you have updated from this group is Phaser. If you live in North America, more than likely, the member of this group that you have updated is Blastmaster, renamed as Payload. So what about this set? Well, the color, again, we'll say 10 because why not say 10? You know, it makes sense. Yeah, okay, 10. In terms of our, well, transformation, the transformations aren't interesting. They're not inspired, but they're all easy. You can flip them back, no problem. You don't need to worry about, like, things feeling like you might pull them out or break them off. It all feels pretty solid. I'll say 10 for that, even though it's not interesting. So it's 10 with a caveat, right? Then we get to the articulation. Typical-ish. The legs could be done better on a few of them. On the shuttle, the knees are backwards. That drives me crazy, man. I wish that the knees were the right way, but I understand that they had to do it that way for the transformation to work the way they planned it. I would like to see a proper update of our two shuttle lads, and I would like to see them with proper knees, legs that work. That's just me, you know, to each their own. In terms of being a set, I'd say overall they're about a 6.5, maybe a 7. They're a pretty good set, but they're also pretty good because they're excellent at being very, very middle of the road average. And maybe that's all right. And so here we are, and here they are once again. It's a fine set, but there's, I don't know. It's uninspired, like, it's fine, but there's nothing special here. I don't even remember all of their names, if I'm being perfectly honest. I tend to forget them. I tend to have to look them up. That's the thing. They're fine, but they're kind of forgettable because there's nothing special. They look cool. I dig the colors. They look cool. I have nothing against them. They're fun. They're easy to flip back and forth. Like, they're very functional that way. They're very familiar that way. But that's the thing. They're just very familiar. They're so excellent at being average that it almost makes them not stand out and not be that important. And the fact that we kind of have these couple of weird updates for the shuttle leaves me thinking, you know what? I think I'd like these guys updated in the siege line. I'd be down for that. I don't know. Maybe we could do a sensible two-piece shuttle. Maybe we could at least do the radar truck guys. I don't know. I like the look of them. I like the team. It's just, I don't find there's anything about them that stands out or really captures my attention. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on them. Maybe they're just really good at being average. Let me know what you think about this team, and if you had them when you were little. Maybe that's also why I like the construction squad, because I had them when I was little. Anyway, you know, I appreciate you guys dropping by, give me some of your very valuable time. I know how important it is to you. Please, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell if you haven't done that already. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, there is a donation link down in the description. Outside of that, thanks for giving me some of your very valuable time, and I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit right here, either in the live streams or inside the videos.